Okay, Ruth, tell me what happened.
Well, you know what happened. You saw the end of it. But what you didn't see...
I certainly did.
Well, you didn't see him being a little smart aleck. That's the thing. I go to all the trouble of organising my Scaring Young Boys program. I had all the other fellas out there. They know they're going to get the week of privileges. And little shithead out there goes and gets his scooter and he's scooting
around. This has got to stop. You're doing it again. You're just taking this too far.
You know the kid. He's not playing it by the rules.
I do know the kid, but all the more reason not to behave the way that you were.
Well, you're not there at times when I need to use a bit of language to get through to them. And these guys, they need the F word to take any bloody notice of me. That's the thing. You don't know. I get results when I use naughty words.
I do know this, that you're just taking it too far now, Ruth, and you just got to stop and think about this, really.
I don't know if I'm taking it too far. I think when you're in here, behind this desk, you have a different perspective on things. The boys are scared shitless of you because I make them scared of you. Oh. I'm constantly threatening them, like, do you want a weekend ISO? Or Julie's going to come and, you know, give
What other tactics are you using that I don't even know about?
I've told them you've got whips under the table that you use sometimes.
You are really, really concerning me now.
Well,
really,
Julie,
this has gone too far.
I did it with the CEO before you and the one before that.
This is completely unacceptable. I will not tolerate this.
Well, okay. All I'm saying is you're not there when these things happen and you see something out of context, you strut out of the building like that and you see me having a go at him, and yes, I said the F word, and yes, I said gross and balls, but that gets results, especially with a fellow like him. I mean, that guy's on a spiral, a downward spiral. He's going to end up in isolation. He's going to end up in, you know, transferred to another facility. He'll end up in the big house once he turns 18. If I do not intervene now, use a little bit of old school discipline.
Yes, well, your old school discipline is just going a bit too far, quite frankly. I've really had enough. I've reached the end of my tether with this. I've put up with a lot here. It's got to stop.
You've used language as well. I've heard you call kids pricks behind their back, I might add. You did. You called that young Samoan fellow a prick the other day.
Well...
You've called them dickheads. You've called them...
But not in such a confrontational way and to their faces the way you have today. I'm very careful about the way I use that language.
And you want to know the only reason they're scared of you is because I build you up as being this bloody dragon. That's the thing. I'm always she'll whip you, she'll... You know, I've told stories.
Ruth, this is just completely over the top now.
I mean, you think you're
What else have you been saying that I don't know about?
Well, you walk up there and the boys freak out because they think you're going to bloody whip them. That's because I've built you up. You know, I do a lot of psychological stuff with these guys.
This has got to stop.
Well...
It really has to. I'm giving you a message here.
You want the place to fall apart? Then get rid of me and you'll see what happens. I make things work because I
Don't you test my patience any further here.
I'm not.
You're on a very fine line here.
I'm just saying I get results. You know what? I'll take long service leave. I'll go, which I've never done, mind you. I'll go for 6 months and you'll see how the boys react. The place will fall apart. You'll have them climbing over the walls.
You may be forcing me to take that risk if you keep up this attitude. I'm warning you.
I just don't know where do you draw the line? Like fuckwit, is fuckwit okay as a word?
We have decided, I think, that language is not appropriate anymore,
won't say
especially
fuckwit,
for a kid like Caleb.
I'm not going to say fuckwit, but I will say dickhead. I'm not giving up dickhead.
Do you see the light at all here? I have to see that you get the message, or I am going to have to take steps.
I actually didn't call him a fuckwit from memory. I said fucking idiot, grow some balls. I'm not going to say fucking idiot anymore. I agree that that's probably a little harsh, even though I've known you to say that behind their backs.
You have got to give some ground here.
I will say grow some balls from now on. That's what I'm going to use. That's not a swear word. Grow some balls, not a swear word.
Well, at least you are, I hope, prepared to tone it down a little.
Yes.
Are we agreed then?
Yep.
Good. I'm very relieved to hear that.
All right. What else?
That's it then. Well, that's all I can deal with for now. I just have to absorb all of this because you really have tested my patience today. But let's hope that we're now on a new path.
Okay. Well, thank you for your advice. And my advice to you is hang out with the boys more often. See them in context, and you'll see that language gets results. But I'm going to say sorry to him, yes. But bit of advice.
I hope you mean this.
Get more involved with the boys.